You see these hairy feet right here? I feel like I probably shouldn't call my feet hairy. I always forget I have that little tattoo guy down there. This is where we're at this morning. We're grounding a little bit this morning because we need to get grounded. We weren't grounded enough as young children, obviously, so we need to come out here and get grounded. So I got my feet in the earth. Okay, I sound like a hippie a little bit. Bear with me here. I live in a 3rd-story apartment, and getting my feet in the earth is good for me. Why? Go read about it. Super cool shot of me opening the door. Looks like I just walked into heaven. Trick and treats. It's almost December tomorrow, so okay. What you doing, dude? It's our last leg. She's every time I drive behind you, she burns about a quart of oil every 5 to 10 minutes.
That's why I'm putting in 14 quarts right now.
So you could run for another 60 minutes?
For another 80 minutes.
We're about to try some bomb-ass dumplings, whatever those are, but we rolled up and there was just a absolute gorgeous, I think 1016 720 with like a matte green wrap. I'll take 4. That thing's sick too, holy shit. If these doors open, where do I go? Do I head? First of all, this place is massive. Second of all, I feel like I'm literally in China. Like, I feel like I'm in Hong Kong right now. It's so authentic here. I don't feel like I'm in America, and it's awesome. Step 1, sweet and sour ribs. Right. Oh my God, I'm gonna spill this. Oh my God. Pork chop fried rice. It's getting buck. I think those are just green beans with garlic or something. These are the soup dumplings that Katie's been obsessed with her entire life. I'm gonna eat these things, and I'll tell you everything after. All right, right off the bat, that's crack cocaine. The dumplings were second to best, tied with the ribs. Everything was great. Good call, Katie.
I'm waiting for the noodles.
Okay, for the final installment. Watch this girl try to use chopsticks. It'd be awesome. Oh, there it goes. And there goes. Katie's dropped her second installment. And here we go. She's, oh, there they go.
Don't you dare, I swear.
Oh my God. Katie's doing is what brought us here. Good, good.
That really hurts the cut on my lip, but they're really good.
Cottonmouth lip?
The cut on my lip.
Oh, and to replace the 720S, a very good GTS on rotiforms. I had to go through that quick because I don't want to bore you. I regret everything I've ever said about dumplings because I ate at a dumpling place where I used to live. It was like the best rated place in our entire city. And I ate there and I was so disappointed. We ordered a ton of things. It was so dry and just gross. That was insane. Din Tai Fung.
10 out of 10.
Try that. Promo included below.
I'd like to first and foremost welcome you to the month of December. I'd like to second and foremost welcome you to the riddance of my beard. I hope you guys enjoyed, which you probably didn't. We're back to my handsome self here shortly.
We got a fresh ass new face. We're about to begin our trek. I've got the doggo all set up. Doggo, say hi. He doesn't speak English. We got a 4-hour and 59-minute drive, which isn't bad. That should be like almost no traffic. We're getting there at 3. Rory stopped kissing my camera. Also, I want to shout out, I met a fan named Scott at City Local, where I get my coffee every morning. And he was literally one of the nicest people I've ever met. So I just want to shout out Scott. He told me my videos make him happy. And just to hear that, like, I've been doing this for so long. And obviously I don't hear that every day. And those are the moments that kind of reinstill why we do this. What kind of keeps me going. So in times when I'm even in a rut, I know a lot of you guys could be in a rut, but also know that I'm in a rut sometimes, and so that's kind of the stuff that keeps me going. So I just want to shout out Scott. It was really nice to meet you, and we got a really long drive ahead of us. I look like a child. Are we home? Yeah, that means we're home. We are eating clean as an okay, well that's empty. As a mother. We are back at the casa. I have not showered today yet, which is kind of odd, because I've never been up at this time without having showered. Because I had to walk my dog this morning, as per usual, and then I had to go get my blood drawn, where there's a story of that I'll get to while I'm eating. Just know I'm doing a health challenge with my brother. He's probably not gonna see this, so he's not gonna know. And I'm gonna document it over the next month, and I'm gonna absolutely obliterate his shit. I know that was a lot of cuss words, so I'm sorry. I haven't made coffee in about 2 weeks, which feels like an eternity. So we're gonna make coffee after we eat. It's really late. I don't know. We got a late start on the day because getting my blood drawn took like 3 hours. So, bon appetit. On the fine dining menu for today, we've got a little bit of chicken sausage, some bell peppers, and some broccoli. So this morning I'm gonna get my blood drawn. Typically I'm really good with getting my blood drawn. Like, needles don't bother me, like as long as I don't pay attention to them. I don't think it feels great, but I usually just feel a little weak while they take blood out of my body, pretty normal, and then I'm good. Well, today, the needle hurt extra bad. I think the lady was just kind of stabbing me a lot. Whatever, I get out of there, I get in the elevator. We're almost passed out. Everything was white. Everything was so bright. I get to the lobby, there was only 2 floors. I sit down for like 5 minutes. Some guy came up to me and asked me something. I literally don't even know what he asked me. And then I'm like, okay, well, I want to go make sure I'm alive. So I go back up. I'm like, hey, I'm just making sure. I almost passed out in the elevator. Is that normal? They're like, yeah, drink some water. I'm like, cool. I know people pass out when they get their blood drawn, but like, I didn't know after the fact. Whatever, I drink some water, I get in my car, my arm hurts, but it eventually goes away. I just went grocery shopping, because I just got home, obviously. I carried all the groceries in my right hand, but on my left hand, I carried a gallon of milk and a gallon of water. So, some weight. I get to the top, my arm hurts like a motherfucker and it's swollen. So I think I started bleeding on the inside. I'm supposed to go train boxing at 3. That's in like 3 hours. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can't even extend my arm out. It's so gross and uncomfortable, so at least my food is good. We're about to eat some food at an airport, a private airport. We're literally at Scottsdale Airport. That's sick. And I get to watch rich people walk on their jets. You got the Chad. I'm gonna get airplane fumes on my food. Little buddy parking job. Mine's cooler and faster. Okay, maybe not the cooler part, but the faster part, I win. We got a really special little collection to show you guys. A guy by the name of Jordan out here. I know it's the best name in the world, don't talk about it. Like one of the coolest guys out here in the car industry. Everyone says the greatest things about him. Super humble guy. Has the craziest collection of black cars, despite, technically it's not his, that is his wifey's 2RS. But the amount of cars in this building right now, with, I wanna say taste, I think the right word is taste, like so much JDM, so many special cars, some cars that you wouldn't think would be in the collection that if you double think, that if you think about it twice, it makes sense. Like there's a, what is it called? Some sort of SRT8 Dodge Stealth? I don't even know. Do I know what an old Dodge is? No. Starting with the infamous R33, wifey's 2RS, the only non-black car in here, whatever that is, but that's sick if you guys like classics. An R34 in black, which is super rare. An SVJ, a CLK63, again, super rare cars. Cars that will be worth so much money and already worth so much money. A Demon. That was the car I was talking about. He has, you guys know my love for the wagons. Maybe he camps. Civic, that's like an 02 STI, somewhere around there. I'm sure it's more special than I know. I'm just not super JDM. An Integra and maybe another, I don't even know. I haven't even been upstairs yet. This building is beautiful. The cars are super cool. It's just cool to be here and see all these cars out and about. Some of these cars you just don't see. I think the collection being black makes such a statement. Like everyone knows who he is. When he rolls up to events, all his cars are black. But just right here, this is really all I care about right here. An SVJ and an R34. Shout out Jordan. You guys check him out. I'll have a link down below. Huge thanks to having us here. We're gonna go look upstairs, but I love these collection videos where we get to see the things hiding around in Arizona. It's mind-blowing. Look at this. Rolled up to the Driven Project event, a really exciting event that I'm not necessarily a part of, but I'm taking someone from here. We're all headed to Fuel Fest. You know, I don't have a supercar these days. I have like a secret supercar, but you know what I mean? I'm not like a big baller these days, but I like it. You know, I stay humble out here. But we're gonna show you some of the cars that are here. I'm taking Katie, so we are gonna drive separately because they all have a police escort, and then we'll do Fuel Fest, which is like a huge, I don't even know what it is. I just know there's a lot of cars. I just found Rick's new F8 he just bought, but Rick's walking away because he didn't hear me. But Rick just picked up an F8, already modded. I think everyone's heading out soon. Rick brought his other car, I guess. I don't know if Justin's driving this or who. Ricky just pulled waffles and fruit out of a bag.
Look, and there's waffles there.
Gains, baby! You just picked up an F8. Is it as good as I said it should be?
I like this one because of how modified it is, but
yeah.
I do have to say, it's just a great quality car.
Faster than your 720, huh?
No, I haven't stepped on it.
What? Why?
I'm scared.
I'm scared. This thing is sick.
Like it?
Does it sound good? Way better than your 48?
Yeah, it's modified.
It's modified. Whatever, Ricky, you okay? You can't have a conversation with you while you're eating waffles in a bag. No, I don't want bagged waffles. See, even they think it's funny.
Breakfast to
I I was short on time.
Everyone's heading out. If you need me, I'll just be like way ahead of the pack because obviously I'm like really faster. Okay, I'm not gonna be sarcastic. I am fast, okay? At least give that to me if we're not gonna give me anything but that. So me and KDB got put in that weird situation where I followed them, but I couldn't park with them. So then we got caught up. We went on the drag strip where they were going to do a photo shoot. I had a U-turn, then we got yelled at, then we got yelled at again trying to leave.
They said go this way, and then we go that way, and then we got yelled at for going
We're going that way. So then we finally made it, and I think we're where we're supposed to be.
Maybe.
We're right where we're supposed to be, unless I go back to my car and it gets towed. Ah! Scared you. I kind of scared you. That's good. Okay, we're back at the house. Halibut. Okay, first of all, I just got scammed. I got fish scammed, okay? I get back to the house. Long story short, I have some explaining to do about today. Today was a very stressful day for me, and I first and foremost want to shout out, very verbal shout out to the Driven Project and Kevin and everyone over there because I almost sabotaged their event by accident. I ended up like following them into the event thinking like I was just gonna end up in the regular lot where all the cars are, and I almost followed them into like private things they had scheduled, should we say. I didn't mean to stress anyone out, and I'm sorry for that. This is why I'm a rule follower. I follow rules. Because when you follow rules, you don't get in awkward situations. And I got in an awkward situation, and then I got stuck in the event where I thought I wasn't gonna be able to leave till 4. Stressful morning. I was able to get out. Now, I went to the store to get lunch because I haven't eaten a thing. This was all on caffeine, and I was stressed out this morning. I bought halibut. I didn't even look at the price. I was just in a rush. I said, I want halibut, I want fish. That sounds good. I never make fish besides salmon. And it's $32 a pound. So if you're ever deciding between halibut and anything else, go buy some Wagyu because you're gonna pay the same amount per pound as you will for halibut. This better be the best damn halibut I've ever made. I'm gonna make lunch now, that's the story. Got our Wagyu fish over here. Kind of fell apart, but that's okay. We don't need it to stay together. Got some honey sriracha Brussels. Those are not Brussels, broccolis. And some rice that's taking 9 years to finish. Okay, it looks way better when I played it. It looked a little terrible back there, but look at this. Today is Sunday, December 5th. December 5th. Maybe it could be the 6th. I'm gonna guess the 5th. And today is, I think, one of, if not the final F1 race of the season. And I could be completely wrong, I'm a rookie. And I think it's in Abu Dhabi, and I also could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure it's in Abu Dhabi. I've never watched an F1 race in my life. I have limited knowledge about F1, and I'm a massive car guy. So today, I'm gonna watch my first F1 race. We're back at the house. Now, there's something I've been needing to do that I can finally do. My dad left me some art at my house. Some of his own art. If you guys didn't know, my dad's an artist, a very talented artist in my opinion, but just kind of been a hobby his entire life. The dude's got thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of art. And I took 3 of his paintings, all originals, and then I took 1 of his original drawings, and then I took 1 more, just something we had in the old house that he kept, and now I have it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna put the art where it's gonna go, and I'll show you guys what art is going where, and then I'm gonna try to hang it up before I go to sleep. That's the goal. One of the pieces is 5 by 5, I think, so 5 feet by 5 feet. It's gonna go in the hallway. I might need a ladder to hang it up. It's gonna be complicated. I might get hurt. Let's do it. Starting with Miss Marilyn Monroe, she will be going right up here. She should fit pretty perfectly right above that little light, kind of up in that 6-foot eye level range. I say that because I'm obviously super into art. I'm just kidding. I always put stuff in weird places. Then one of my dad's original pieces, one of his paintings, is gonna go up kind of like about right there. Gonna fit in that little nook. Might be a little big. We'll have to see how that looks. Hopefully it looks good. Should fit. Now for the big boy. Another one of my dad's original pieces. The cool part about this piece that I've always liked is that if you look close, it's actually kind of 3-dimensional. He purposely did like chunks of paint on it, so if you can see, it's really cool. This big boy, look how tall it is. This is about eye level, is gonna take up this entire wall, but probably only, honestly, the bottom's gonna be here. So it's not gonna be too high because obviously it's a different step from here as it will be from down there. Another one of my dad's, I guess they're all my dad's originals at this point, is gonna be this piece. It's gonna take up this wall right here, which will be nice. I picked a lot of his blue pieces just because there's not a lot of color in this house. It's very white. So I kind of wanted some color, just anything, just art. I like art, I like all different types of colors. As you guys have seen, the entire hallways of my house are filled. These are all some of his original pieces. These are his drawings. And then these are my 2 pieces that Mr. Nice made me, shout out. We just hung up another one of his originals here, just because this room's gonna need some stuff anyway. It's pretty cold, I don't really know. But that looked like form-fitting right there. Just kind of in the middle of nowhere, but honestly, it'll do. And then also, for all my car peeps out there, my dad gave me this like F1 style book. I guess I'm like forced to get into F1 here recently. I didn't tell you guys how the race went. Now, I missed about the first half of it because you're hanging out with a lot of people, you just miss things, you're talking. Then the second half, I made sure I paid attention. It was a really, really close drive between Verstappen, that's how you pronounce his name, and Hamilton, as per usual, as it kind of seemed it's been all season. But it was pretty cool for my first race to see that happen. A lot of stuff happened at the end. I guess someone cut off Hamilton, which was like a 5-second penalty, and Verstappen had to pit for his set of tires he didn't get, but Hamilton already did. So Hamilton ended up winning, pretty much on route to winning the entire, like a world championship. I'm not even sure what you call the F1. Long story short, I really, really enjoyed it. Shout out to the people who invited me. I'm not gonna name names, but it was a really awesome event. I got to play on the sim. I didn't film any of this because I have my camera in the car. I got to like mess around on a really, really high-end sim, and it was so fun. So hard at first to get used to, but once you got used to it, it was amazing. First F1 race, really cool. I'm gonna watch the whole Netflix series. I'm not very good at watching TV, but I'm gonna try, and then you should see me turn into kind of an F1 fan over the next month or so. So look out. Now I have an F1 book. I'm ready, baby. I'm gonna wrap up this video. This has been like a 10-day vlog. I don't even know what the end of this is, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm putting a lot more automotive content on the channel because it's my channel. It's me. I love cars. I am supposed to be me. This is the Jordan Beau YouTube channel where I post the things that I like to do, and that includes traveling, coffee, food, vlogging, cars, comedy. Like all that stuff is gonna be on the channel. I don't know why I keep trying to separate it. Now, Driven by Jordan is gonna be strictly car reviews and like nerdy car things so that I don't bore you guys too much, right? Like I want people who don't like cars or aren't into cars to at least be able to watch this and maybe enjoy seeing me or even getting into cars or just like cars on like a baseline level. Subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of cool stuff coming for you guys. I have someone moving into the house very soon, very exciting, and that someone is gonna be a big contribution to the channel. We got someone back, let's say that. I gotta go, love you guys.